Welcome back to Creation and Elevation. So, I'm gonna just keep it straight up with you. You're gonna fail your New Year's resolution. And no, I'm not one of those people who's just overly negative and I'm trying to put you down and make you feel discouraged. But I have a reason for saying that. So the reason why I say that you're gonna fail your New Year's resolution is because one, you're going too fast. You need to pace yourself. You need to be realistic. On this channel, we always talk about long term. To sustain your New Year's resolution, whether that be losing weight, going to the gym more, or eating better, it's not something that's just for a year, new year. A lot of people think new year and they think, okay, my goal is to do this for 12 months, and then they just drop it. That's why a lot of people fail. Just because there's people who fail because in the beginning they just gave up because it was too much for them. And then there's people who fail long term because they did the thing, they just never maintained it. There's no point of achieving and grabbing something if you're not going to maintain it. There's no point of losing weight if you're not going to maintain that lost weight. You know what I mean? There's no point of eating healthy for 12 months if the five years from now you're going to choose to eat unhealthy after that 1 year. That's like one of those comebacks, and it's like coming up and then coming back down. What's the point of doing that? When you think of your New Year's resolution, one thing you want to do is take it slow and step by step, and on top of that, elongate what you're trying to do. So don't just think in, oh, year of 2024. Think of, yo, I want to lose weight and maintain and not gain. Well, if you work out, it's inevitable. You're going to gain muscle and you're going to gain fat because you're gaining that muscle. So your goal is to lose weight. Now, after you lose that weight, long term, you want to maintain your weight or gain more muscle mass, whatever you choose to do with your health. If you want to eat healthy as your New Year's resolution, you have to continuously eat healthy past that 12 months. So going into 2025, going into 2026, you want to continue that behavior. The problem is, I'm not saying you won't be able to achieve your goals for that year, but I'm saying you fail overall because you're only seeing it within a year. If you only think within a year, you'll only achieve within a year. If you think 10 years ahead, you'll achieve for 10 years. Nah, the way I delivered it didn't sound right. So basically what I'm saying is, when you think of, like, say if I think about something for the next 5 years, the way I'm going to move is going to be completely different from the way I would move if I consider the thing for only a year. When you consider a relationship to be short term, you're not going to treat it with the same respect, or you're not going to put the same time and energy you would when you see a relationship long term. That was better. So on top of that, it's because there's no mental shift. You guys are trying to do something physically, but there's no mental shift. You're still in the same mindset. You're still in the same way of thinking. And you think you could just change what happens physically. Before anything happens physically, it happens spiritually. It happens mentally. So the thing is, you need to have that process. You need to be in that process. A lot of people, they want to start their New Year's resolution on January 1st. But that's not really where it starts. It starts within December or the months after that. No, the months before that. I said after that, but it's really before that. The months before that. You need to have that mental shift and change yourself mentally and change those behaviors. See what you need to do. In doing that, you start to uncover, okay, this is what I can do. I can do this. Because then you start picking up on those behaviors. On top of that, please, I'll give you a word of advice. Don't ever start your New Year's resolution on January 1st. Like, just because it's the new year doesn't mean, like, just because it's a New Year resolution doesn't mean you have to, like, start exactly on that day. It's better to prepare yourself mentally and spiritually for those changes and those shifts. Because when you already prepare yourself mentally and you already get in that mindset, once it's time to do that thing, you're already going to take off. You want to know why? Because you're prepared mentally. a lot of people, they're going to feel drained. They're not going to know what to do. It's going to just be complete chaos. They're planning, they're either planning too little or going too far ahead of themselves, you know? So you need to be prepared. Wow. You need to be prepared. Prepared, yes, correct. You need to be prepared for those changes. You need to be prepared for those shifts. There's no point of asking for a blessing if you're not ready for it. Like, let me give you an example. A lot of people ask for, oh, that's just my back. A lot of people ask for blessings or certain things, but really they're not prepared for that thing. So when they get that thing, they destroy it. They can't maintain it. Our goal is for your New Year's resolution to maintain those good habits, to maintain that goal into something else. So if you want to lose weight or if you want to make more money, you do the things that you need to do to make that money, and you're not just going to give up on it. You're going to consistently build on top of goal after goal. You're going to build. When you cut down, when you lose that weight or you build that muscle that you wanted to build, basically what you're doing is you're destroying the old thing and bringing something new. And then on top of that new foundation, you want to improve and improve and improve until one day you have to destroy it again and repeat the process. But when you destroy it again, you're still going to have the progress. Destroying it again is a figure of speech, you know, like entering a new phase of your life, you know, or, you know, doing this new thing in your life, or even hopping off that one business that you did and going into something else, you know. So it's just whatever you want to do. But if you don't do this, if you don't make these changes, if you're not purposeful, if you're not purposeful or intentional, you will never complete your New Year's resolution. You're going to fail. But if you make those changes, you do what's necessary to do well in the new year, and you'll succeed. And always be persistent and consistent. If you can't be consistent, be persistent. Because sometimes, like I say in my videos, sometimes we're not able to do something. But it's best for us to walk through that storm, prepare ourselves for that day we can do it. Because sometimes things are held from us just so we can prepare ourselves for it. You got to prepare yourself for the blessing. You can't just ask for it and then think it's going to come in your hand. The reason why it doesn't come to you is because my people who believe in science and all that, you're not going to like this terminology, but for my spiritual people, God's not going to give you that thing that you want when he knows you're not going to maintain it. You don't know what to do with it once you get it. And then in that, you could possibly destroy yourself or the people around you because you don't know how to handle what you're getting. Maybe you don't have the characteristics, or maybe you don't have the proper mindset. You never know. Don't forget to work hard this year. Don't give up on your New Year's resolutions. Don't give up on your goals. You know, if you fail, you got to find a way to adapt around it. Bosses always take losses, but they know how to get back up from it. They see what's wrong. That's what makes them a boss. It's creation and elevation. I'm gone.